Welcome back, guys. Oh my God. Okay, so Travis Kelsey played yesterday and Taylor Swift was at his game with his mama. And oh my gosh, they looked so cute. And then there's pictures of them like getting in a convertible and like driving off in the sunset. It is adorable. Can I just say like how upset the Swifties are going to be if he hurts her?
Oh, maybe it'll work out.
Okay, so one, I hope it does because I am obsessed with the fact that he like made her a friendship bracelet and gave it to her. Like that was the cutest thing. But I think what I love most about the whole dynamic between the two of them, and I don't know this for sure, but I feel like he can be a really down to earth guy and not want her to be completely done up all the time.
I don't know. What makes you say that?
Travis Kelsey loves to get I don't know if you heard any of his podcasts. Obviously, I love podcasts, so I've listened to a bunch. His happens to be obviously on my roster of podcasts that I listen to. He does it per season, but in one of the seasons, his mom says, "I used to want to have a girl." Like Travis is the youngest of two boys, and she has said, "Like I wish I had a girl," but then I really did get a girl because Travis is a big fashionista, and like she jokes about it. So I thought it was really cute. So one, do you see the outfit that he wore into? Like people are roasting him about it. Apparently, like,
what's the outfit?
It was not being nice. Google it right now.
I saw her outfit. I know he has a big stash, and I don't know how I feel about that stash.
Oh, his little I don't like his stash. Travis, just grow a beard. We like the beard better, in my opinion. But he walked in this double denim.
Yeah, I saw it.
Tie-dyed thing, and I think that he likes to play up some of his outfits, but I also think that he could be a really down-to-earth guy. And I guess I'm mentioning this because some little insight, guys. So my boo came over on Saturday. Meera, you're gonna love this because you haven't heard it either. My boo came over on Saturday and it was super late at night, and I had just finished like tons of recording. Plus, I had also finished like tons of editing because I have several clients who are dropping a podcast episode this week. So I was doing editing and show notes. I'd finally sat down to watch Suits, and I desperately wanted ice cream.
So wait, was this Saturday? Because I did the same thing.
Yes, it was Saturday.
Whoa.
I love that we're on the same page about this. So I'm sitting there, and my boo hasn't come over yet. So I'm sitting there, I'm eating ice cream, and legit, girl, like this. I accidentally dropped the ice cream and it lands right here. And it leaves a chocolate mark. As it does. It leaves a chocolate mark and I don't care. And I'm like, oh, I'll change up my shirt before he gets here. So he doesn't notice. So I like keep eating and then I totally forget about my shirt. Okay? Because now I'm relaxed on my couch. I'm comfy. I'm having my tea. I'm watching Suits. I'm just in a happy, blissful place. My boo walks in. I have on my dining room table this little thing of like chocolate, mostly because I went to that CEO event and I stole some chocolate for the plane. So he grabs a piece of chocolate and he's sitting beside me and he looks at my shirt and he's, what happened?
It's a typical story.
Okay, hold on. No, it gets better though. So anyways, I go out through the night. I don't even tell him. I just giggle it off and laugh about it because we already know what happened. He goes and he's been digging into the chocolates for a while. So he digs in for another piece. And I'm like, oh, I'm so glad you're eating my chocolate. I'm saving it from your shirts. And I thought it was adorable. So one, I don't usually get at that stage this early in a relationship that comfortable. Obviously, we've known each other for a couple of years. It's new romantically, but we've known each other as friends for a couple of years. So before him though, and this was a while ago, I shouldn't say before, but a while ago I dated this guy who I showed up on a date and he was like, you didn't even put on makeup? And I had like my glasses on. Oh yeah, don't even get me started. I had my glasses on. I'd also like just finished 12 hours in my business. I was exhausted. I honestly was going to cancel on him. And then I was like, you know what? I'm not going to be that person. I'll just go. But I had like leggings on and my glasses and like my hair done up and I had been showered and I didn't have makeup on. And he looked at me and he was like, you honestly couldn't have put on makeup? And I was like, oh, mister, we're done now. But thank you for playing.
How long were you dating him at that point?
We weren't exclusive. If that's what you're asking. And it had only been a couple of weeks.
You felt comfortable enough to go though. So I feel like that's confidence. I don't like that.
So this goes back to, because I was obviously recording and editing this weekend. So you're about to drop an amazing episode on Wednesday about self-confidence. But I was honestly thinking about that all weekend. And I was like, maybe it's because as we get older, we're a little more, I don't care. If you don't like how I look, if you don't.
I think it's not that we don't care. I think that we just realize the surface things are not important because you look beautiful with makeup on right now. I have no makeup on and I'm okay with that. My brain still works.
Yeah.
My body is still the same. I don't know. I just feel like sometimes it's nice when you do get done up for somebody, but if you're with somebody and it's not even the first date, like I just feel like you should be who you are. And if you're comfortable in yourself, you're comfortable in yourself. And that person should actually be okay with that because no offense, did he put on makeup to see you? No. All right.
No.
Exactly.
Well,
Well, guys don't wear makeup, but
no, but like he rolled out of bed, brushed his hair, showered, and got in his car.
but you rolled out of bed and you did shower and you got in your car and went.
But apparently
girls are expected
like,
to, but girls are expected to do more. And the thing is, it's good when we do because we want to, because sometimes you want to feel pretty and you want to do the extra things. But when you don't, you still made effort, probably the same amount of effort that person also made for you. Did he put in the extra effort? Like for your makeup application, I would say, did he buy you flowers? I don't know. What's the extra that he did? No. Yeah. So screw that guy. No. He deserved to be broken up with,
I think.
Well, you're sharing each other's company. Yeah, I don't mind Travis's outfit. What a statement. I still don't like the stash.
I hate them. Yeah, I'm not a fan of the stash.
The painter outfit. When I saw that she was at his game, I was happy for her. And she was like super cheering and super happy about it and like being that girl, which I love. You should always be that person when you're with somebody. But she was with his mom and I was like, didn't this just start? This is so soon. I don't know if I'd want to meet someone's mom right away like that. But what happened? Like when's she going back on tour? When's she going back on tour? Because I feel like that's gonna be hard for both of them.
November.
Yeah, but that's like prime season for football though. November, December, January. Like they're gonna have a few months apart. If it lasts that long.
Their tour dates. Okay, so I don't know. My hope is that it does last that long. 1, 2, his mom goes to most of his games. If she was going to go to a game, regardless, she was going to run into his mom. And 3, if you were dating an NFL player or somebody in the pro game, played in pro, wouldn't you want to go to their games? You're going to run the risk of running into
yeah, of course. Yeah. You know what he did after the game though?
No. I didn't dive that deep.
He rented out a restaurant after the game for his family and his team. And Taylor went. It was cute. I think what he's doing, unless it was a special occasion, I think what he's doing is he's trying to provide a safe environment for her to get to know everybody without the media and everything, even though it's obviously a media frenzy. But yeah, he rented out a restaurant. His mom was there and the party lasted till 2 a.m. Everybody there will meet her and they were affectionate.
I'm sorry, but if he wanted to, he would. Damn. Go Travis.
Snacking, dancing, cocktails. Listen.
That's so cute.
That sounds cute. I love that. Good for him.
Yeah.
He got it in.
I'm very excited for her too. Let's hope that he's man status. I guess we'll know if anything goes down. Because
we'll find out. We'll find out. Do you want to talk about Joe Jonas and Sophie Turner? Blah.
First of all, if anybody is asking, we are a Sophie podcast.
I know. I love Sophie
What
Turner.
happened? What happened?
The last we left it off at, there was the he said, she said about the custody for the kids and he was holding their passports and he's, no, you're exaggerating, etc. But anyway, there was an interim court consent order that states that they're supposed to keep their kids in the southern and eastern districts of New York, which includes New York City, Long Island, Hudson Valley. So I know his family's from Jersey. So I don't know about that because it's state lines, even though it's closer than Hudson Valley. But I live in the Hudson Valley. So maybe, because I think they have an apartment in the city. So I don't know. Maybe they're coming up here until all of this goes out. But it's an interim consent order. They can't take the children out of these areas. So yeah. Yeah.
Why? Man, he plays dirty. He plays
But
dirty.
she sued him. She was playing dirty too. She sued him for wrongful retention of their daughters because he probably did say, no, you can't take them, or no this. And then she's, screw you, I'm going to sue you. Like she obviously made it a big deal. And I applaud her for that, because it would have been a he said, she said, back and forth, just nasty. But she took legal matters into her own hands and got that ruling, which if you can't withhold her children. She is English. She's not American.
Yeah.
This reminds me of, there was an actress a really long time ago. I don't know if you watched the original Gossip Girl. You watched the original Gossip Girl? She was Serena's mom. So she had a child with a prince, and I want to say it's a Prince of Monaco or something like that. Prince Rainia's kid or something like that. So anyway, I'm obviously, my research is not great right now, as usual. But she had a marriage and a child, and they divorced, and he took the kid to his country, and she could not get the kid back. So she had to deal with that for many years. And then obviously it's his country, so it's not like she could just enter whenever she wanted to. They're like the rulers of that country. So it was like this whole horrible thing. And she came out on the media talking about it years later. And her kid is probably into teenagers or 20 or something years old now. So I think everything's done with. But it was a really horrific time for her. She lost her children. He took her children and took them back to his country. So I'm sure Joe probably didn't want that. I wouldn't want my kid to be going to another country. So
I couldn't imagine what that would be like. I remember when we were getting passports for my kids, and my ex was very much, who is going to hold the passports, and are you ever going to want to go back to Thailand? And I was like, no, I wouldn't do that to you. And he was like, you say that, but I've heard stories. And not only had he heard stories, his brother's wife took their child back to Kenya. She had told him she's only going for a 3-week visit, and then just one day basically ghosted him.
What? Oh man.
Mm-hmm.
And what are you going to do at that point, unless you go there and try to get the authorities? But the rules are different in different countries. Mm-hmm. So you're screwed. To be honest, I'm going to give Joe the benefit of the doubt. She probably said she wanted to take them back home. That's her home. Mm-hmm. She's a traveler and everything. She lived in different places, but your home is your home when you're in a certain situation. You want to be by your family. And she grew up in England. So she probably wanted them to be in her home. And he probably was like, nah, don't think so. But apparently they met up on Sunday and they had a cordial meeting to exchange the children. He had the kids, and now he gave them to her to stay in the New York City area. They released a joint statement that's saying that it's a mutually amicable end to their marriage after 3 years or 4 years. I don't believe it. I think there'll be more. And I just feel sad because it just shows the immaturity level for both of them right now. So it's probably for the best that they're not together, but these poor kids. As always, when we talk about them, we say these poor kids.
Well, yeah, again, pawns in their disgusting game.
Yeah. All right. What else is on your agenda? I'd love to talk about Kourtney Kardashian Barker.
Ugh, she's like
so dragging. I wish they would just release her from her contract. She's been singing that same song for like 100 years, but yet she's still cashing those checks. Girl, if you don't want to do it, just don't do it. No one will miss you. Go live your life. Be the mom you want to be. Stop being weird. And apparently she had this baby shower that she threw for herself. Her company Poosh threw it, and it was in Malibu, and she did not get permits for this alleged 400 people or 600 people party thrown by celebrity event planner Mindy Weiss, which you probably know. She throws the best freaking parties, and it's amazing. Girl, it's your 4th baby, and you're a bajillionaire. Yeah, what do you?
6th?
Well, no,
actually, I don't even
Kourtney.
know. I don't even.
It doesn't even matter. Kourtney. What do you need a baby shower for? What do you need gifts for? What do you need any of this stuff for? Like, he has grown ass kids
know that I'm not really a fan of any of the Kardashians. I don't like any of them, in my opinion. I think that they're whatever. I don't know. Why'd you throw for yourself? Do you not have girlfriends who'll throw that crap for you?
What girlfriends they got? She's like in her 40s. Listen, she put that it's her company did it or something. I don't know. She just had a party at somewhere in Malibu, and it shut down the roads. Because Malibu, if you've ever been, is like, and people were all mad about it.
She shut down the roads?
They had to. There's so many people. They didn't shut it down, but there was just so much people, congestion.
Well, then do you have to pay for cops for that?
I don't know. I don't think they told anybody they were doing anything.
Okay, first of all, then the people of Malibu should be upset because, in my opinion, I wouldn't want my road being blocked or having me take, because traffic in LA is already nuts in that area. Is already nuts. It takes you an hour to get anywhere. And then adding more time because Kourtney Kardashian decides that she wants to have a 400 or 600 person baby shower. How much of that stuff was also free for publicity?
I don't know, but she's annoying. I'm
mean,
happy that
they're all
I know she
annoying,
had a baby scare recently, and I'm happy it's all good. It's just that I'm just like over her and over him. I'm just over their BS. Go live your life. Go do your thing. You don't need to.
I think she wants the attention, but she just wants it on her terms, like completely on her terms.
Can I just say something? I'm a second child. Okay, so I know my little sister has told me I have middle child syndrome. I don't care. I'm gonna just say this one thing about older sisters. Not my older sister.
Oh, I suggest you watch what you're about to say.
I'm gonna just say it. I'm just gonna say it. I think sometimes when you are the older sister and your younger sibling gets the attention and all of the things, it's hard for you to accept, even though you're happy. It's hard for you to accept because you are used to getting all the attention. And I say attention as in breaking the barriers. As the older one, you're always breaking the barriers. You're the first one to do all the things. When your younger sibling is more successful than you and your parent pays more attention to them than you don't realize where this is coming from. And you can say up and down that it's not that, but there is something there. And I have a few examples of not just myself, but like other people that I've observed. But in this particular instance, I think we all acknowledge that Kim catapulted this family into next level, into stardom of how they became, right? Yes, it started off as a sex tape, but the girl worked. She would go show up at places to get photographed. She would put herself in situations because she used her environment. She had all these celebrity friends and she was thirsty for it because she wanted fame. And she admitted that. So power to her. But because of that, her family got famous, right? They were desperate to get attention and they got it. And they all became famous together. But Kim is beautiful. She always takes the next step to pushing herself further. She is so work focused. Her body is work. Everything is work that she does. Every photo is not effortless. Like this woman, like her entire mind thinks that way. And that's what she chooses to do. It is great that she can, like her sister Kourtney, can sit around and just bitch and complain about all the things. You know what? You are a human being. If you do not want this, bow out. You know who did it? Rob Kardashian. He bowed the fuck out. He was like, no, this is not for me. He did. He literally.
Part of me wonders if he was just never given the same opportunities as the girls.
He was a lot younger.
There's a couple of episodes where they talk about that.
He was the baby. He was younger. He suffered from depression and a lot of other things, and he just didn't feel the environment was good for him. They tried to bring him back a bunch of times, and throughout the seasons, he would come and go because he visits them and they're taping whatever or events. But I think he did what he felt was best for him. He's still a name. He still does things, but
all right. So older point of view here.
I'm just saying that's what I've observed. I think she has a problem because
you're not wrong. You're not wrong. I definitely think there's some jealousy, especially with Kourtney and Kim. I think there's a lot of animosity between the two of them that's just very hidden, and a lot of passive aggressiveness, especially if you watch it carefully, that show carefully. There's a lot of that happens especially between the two of them.
Mm-hmm.
Kim definitely catapulted the family into fame. And I think it was always it was always her destiny to create that for her family. From an older sister's point of view, I think it's the idea that, and again, not that this pertains at all to the Kardashians, because I don't think that Kourtney really did this, in my opinion. Again, my opinion. But it's the sacrifice that we had to make as the older sibling to make sure that our younger siblings got what they're getting.
Yeah.
And I think,
but what does that sacrifice when you were younger have to do with right now? If Kim had said to her, thank you for being my older sister, how does that affect the opportunities that they have now? Like, she still has opportunities now because of all the situation. I'm not saying she should be grateful to her younger sister for it. Her life is the way it is. She chose to have it that way. They had their store. They did their thing. They've obviously made their own opportunities based on this opportunity. So put that aside. Put the Kim Kardashian catapulting them aside. Right now, you are 3 bona fide stars.
Mm-hmm.
What is your problem? Literally, what is your problem?
I'm with you. Kourtney just needs to take a complete step back and stop complaining, because
100%.
it's a constant. And it's all the time too, where I've never always wanted to work. I just wanted to be a mom or whatever it was. She
is a mom. She is a mom.
Then, girl, so I'm with you. I say this often. Girl, if you don't want it, and also, why do you keep marrying these guys who are in the spotlight if you don't want to be?
She's never been married before. Travis Barker's her first marriage. Scott Disick and her were never married.
That's right.
She has 3 kids with Scott. And look, at the end of the day, their relationship played out on TV and all the things. They chose that. He got famous. Her kids are famous. Whatever. She could bow out now and be taken care of by Travis Barker. His band is still relevant. They still tour. They still make music. They still make tons of money. And he has money. And she has money by default. If she stopped doing all of the things, she has her own company, Poosh. I don't even know what it does. Who cares? But let's say she stops doing all that. She still has investments. Her family is so wealthy. She can literally tell her mom to make investments and things for her from her sisters. Or if she needs like
on that house. She doesn't need that ginormous house. If
she needs to boost her income, she could just be like, I'm going to do an endorsement deal real quick with my sisters. They would never say no. Your sisters will never say no to that. But like Kourtney just needs to focus on her new baby and her family and her children and her marriage. Honestly, that's what she wants. Do it, girl. Do it. Don't feel pressured by everything else that's allegedly not important to you.
Yeah.
And for her to start this feud with Kim about the wedding and the Versace thing and the whole drama. Who cares? Did you not have your wedding? Did they not supply you with everything you needed? And then they wanted Kim to be their sponsor. Yes, there are other designers she can go to, but Kim is a business person. I'm not faulting her for that. She didn't realize it was going to hurt her sister. I really, truly believe that. Not to this extent, but it clearly shows Kourtney is hurt because she feels like she should have had that opportunity. But she got that opportunity because
that opportunity for herself.
Or just a thought. You could have all just paid for your own wedding and not have a designer be involved. Just a thought. Just a thought.
Oh, that was never, honey, that was
everything in their lives.
Never gonna happen.
Everything in their lives is sponsored.
Oh yeah. Everything.
Like this baby
their kids have.
Are you serious?
No, I'm exaggerating. I just assumed.
But this baby shower, she had Mindy Weiss do it. Okay. I'm sure Mindy's a good friend of theirs at this point because they use her for every little thing.
Yeah.
But it was Baby Barker. It was like a Disneyland theme. I'm pretty sure Disney didn't sponsor this. It's a small world theme type situation. Cute. Yeah. But that seemed very them. But whatever. Just get over yourself. Just do what makes you happy. It's not like you're going to cry for money. So you are in a better situation than most people. So just do what makes you happy. You don't have to worry about money. Life is too short for this, guys.
Yeah. I agree.
That's my piece.
Yeah.
I haven't eaten all day.
Probably why Meera's a little feral today.
I know. I am. I'm a little
hilarious.
Yeah. Thanks, guys, for listening to us. So join us tomorrow and we'll talk to you then. Please make sure you subscribe and follow us on social media and your favorite podcast streaming platform.
Awesome. Thanks, guys.